Hi guys, we are going to have so much fun this month. You guys have no idea yet. Uh, as you expect, because this video is here, first of all, look at my hair. I'm beautiful. I look like a snow cone. I love it so much. We have the August box right now in the office. Not just that, there is a special surprise supply that didn't come with it that I got in the same week as my box. And I'm going to show it to you at the end of reading the little menu. I am so happy. First of all, the important part, the joke. How do artists flavor their food? With seasoning. Whoever's writing these, I love you. Starting with Amsterdam acrylic ink, which, not happy with that, is a new product, and they actually sent it to me in my favorite color. See right there, first product already dying with happiness. Maybe they saw the videos and they thought, oh, she's complaining again, or as expected, it's random, but it's random in my favorite color. Let's see. This is a Pyrrole Red. Rouge Pyrrole. Oh, yeah. Thanks for clearing that up for me, fellas. Amsterdam acrylic ink. $7.95 retail. New to Art Snacks. Summer may be winding down, but Amsterdam acrylic ink will keep your days bright all year round. This highly pigmented ink is extremely versatile. It can be thickly applied like acrylic paint or diluted with water to achieve watercolor effects. Shake well before using, which I did because of the art supply we're going to talk about at the end. I had to start early before the video. For obvious reasons, when you'll see what it is. I think some of you's already catching on because I have been talking about it on my Facebook. Then feel free to work directly out the bottle with your brush or use the convenient ink dropper. Layering is effortless with this fast-drying ink, so get creative and explore some new techniques, which I did. Here's the bottle, and here's the dropper. This is the first time I see this up close. This is a tilted dropper, which actually makes it easier to work with, at least in my opinion, because, I mean, hey, hello, lefty. Now I'm going to give you a slight hint as to the mystery supply. As soon as I learn to straighten this bottle, there you go. And of course there's a shine right on the icons. I'm trying to aim the shine to the icon that interests us. That's enough hint for now. Next. The Princeton. Yeah, round brush. What are the odds? However, the difference here is that I can't find the sticky part. There we go. Compared to the other round brush they sent me, I did not expect this to be this stuck inside its little plastic. Hang on. Compared to the other brushes that they sent me, this one is huge. Compared to my hand, compared to, come on, come here. This is the size they usually send me. This is the size they send me this month. So it's going to be interesting because I'll be able to make thicker lines on my piece. Oh, there's really not that much to say about that except reading from the menu. I'm just glad they sent me a different size. So I'm happy with that. I'll actually be able to experiment a little bit more. Princeton Velvet Touch Long Round Brush, size 8. $14.25 retail. I'm not surprised. I just touched the handle for the first time. I think this is actual wood. From the feel of it, doesn't feel like plastic. Long round Princeton Velvet Touch. I mean, this is really nice. There's a nice texture to it and it's smooth. So Velvet Touch may actually be about the handle and not the brush itself. Paint in the lap of luxury with the Princeton Velvet Touch Long Round Brush. Its silky, soft-finish wood handle, I was right! Complements the excellent performance of its synthetic fibers. 7 years of research and development, that was a weird pronunciation, went into creating these filaments meant to outperform natural hair. Oh, you've got my attention. This brush is the ultimate mixed media tool and can be used with various mediums. Go ahead and try it out with your Amsterdam acrylic ink, which I will. What's next? Zig. Oh, that's the interesting one, I think. This pen was made for you to choose. Yeah, it's this one. It is interesting, actually, because they sent this thing in 2 parts, and that's the whole point of this pen. $4.50 combined retail, because it's a Zig Kokoiro letter pen body and ink. Notice it's not just a cartridge, it is literally the cartridge with the pre-installed head in it. And the body is literally just that. It's an empty hollow body. Customize the way you draw with the Zig Kokoiro letter pen. Derived from the Japanese words kokoro, meaning heart, and iro, meaning color. This pen was made for you to choose each part separately to match your mood. From the pen body's color to the nib style, mix and match a variety of features to express your unique creativity. This month, we've included an extra fine brush tip refill for your new pen body, perfect for all your inking needs. When they say small nib, look, this is the tiniest brush nib I've ever seen. I don't think you can actually visualize. This is not just tiny. Do I have any other of my brush pen? There we go. This is the tiny brush pens that I'm used to. It's still thick. Look how tiny and pointy this thing is. This is the smallest brush pen I've ever seen. And the other one to compare was my Tombi. I parasoli. And this is going to give me some tiny lines. I do like that the body itself is full of glitter because I like glitter. I don't know if the ink itself is glittery. I don't think so, personally. And pop. You literally just pop it open, slide the body in, screw it in place, and you're done. That's it. There's your pen. This is the part that I don't like personally. Visually, it kind of, but it does help you figure out which color you got in when you install it. It's a cute idea. Personally, it kind of makes me think of, because when I got my tablet, I don't know if you can see, it's not really super bright. I didn't put the spotlight today because of all the weird light. But there's a red ring around here on my stylus, and when I got my tablet, I actually got several colors of rings to put on my stylus, and I just put on the red one and left it there because red is my favorite color, and I win. My office, my rules, haha. And the letter pen Kokoiro Zig. Really cute with a surprisingly tiny, skinny nib. When I opened it, I was like, I did not expect that. And now we're at the Faber-Castell Eco Pigment Fiber Tip Pen, 360 retail. Here you go, the Faber-Castell in, 0.7. As you can see right here eventually when I learned, there it is. Whether you're sketching or writing, you'll reach for the Faber-Castell Eco Pigment Fiber Tip Pen over and over again. This reliable fine liner pen features a sturdy metal-clad 0.7 millimeters nib and a comfortable grip. A weird grip to me personally, but it is comfortable. Made from your used automobile plastic, this pen is highly recyclable. Since its pigmented ink is light, fast, and waterproof, you can lay ink or watercolor on top of your sketch lines carefree. I'm not gonna do that, personally. It's just because when I lay on ink and when I lay on paint, it's thick. Fun thing about the nib on this one. It's exactly like the Copic nib. The Copic multiliner, thicker nib. It's round, it's thick. Let me see. Ah, there we go. Right here, actually. Punk. It's exactly the same nib. So right there, I'm assuming it's going to be a comfortable draw. A thick draw, but a comfortable draw. I think I'm going to enjoy it. I am probably mostly going to use it for filling up, as I'm going to test the line capabilities of this one. We'll see how it goes, because I can't really compare these two because they're completely different pens at the base. Now! Oh yeah, of course. This month's sticker is absolutely beautiful. It's rainbow. I love glitter. I love rainbow. I love everything. I love Mario. I mean, look at me. And this month's candy is a nickel wafer. American classic. I've never had this before. Never in my life. I've only recently learned about it online. People were like, oh, this is good. And I'm like, what is it? Even my own mom, when she saw the candy, she was like, oh, those are so good. When did that happen? Somewhere in the 70s, I suppose, because I was born in the 80s. I have no idea whatsoever. Sorry for, zoning out for a second. I have to look at the time. I have to bring my mom for lunch. She wants to have lunch with me. It's cute. She's cute. Well, it's chalky candy. That's about as much as I know. And we'll know for sure after the video. It's possible that the light will be different in between the time where I leave, when I come back. Mostly because, like I said, I started early. I want to make sure that the ink dries. You can see a little bit of the work I did back there. Because, like I said, I put it thickly, and because of this. I finally got an air compressor after years of research. This is a Sparmax Mini, an Arizim Sparmax Mini, right here, in pink, because, pink. I love pink electronics, what can I say? Look at me, I'm silly by nature. It's super light, it's super cute, but I didn't buy it because it was super cute. I bought it because I needed a light air compressor for art. This is the third compressor I've bought. My first one was way too big, way too strong. My second one is over here. Is it plugged? It's not plugged. Hang on. I'll be back. This is my second one, an e-brush. It's not that it's not good. Is that it comes with its own airbrush, which works, with an adapter that you can simply clip in place. Problem is, the adapter that came with it, which was not specified on the website, I got powder and I got dust in my lips, hang on, which was not specified, was for Copic Sketch. The problem, most of my Copics are classic Copics, wouldn't fit in it. I was after them for several years, asking them when you're going to make a Copic adapter, a Copic Classic adapter, and at the last email, they literally told me, look, just look in our forum, see if somebody made one. Basically, they're not going to make one. So, it's good for Sharpies, though. It works well. I got like 3 million Sharpies for when I worked on the Vibranium set, and at least it works well with Sharpies. But I needed something that worked with my Copic gun. Because my Copic gun, as understandable, works with Sketch and works with Classics. Ta-da! Soon as I got it, I opened the box. I was in the kitchen upstairs, and I went to get my Copic gun, and with the matching hose, I should say, that came with this, screwed it in my gun, worked right away. I was happy as a clam. Now, of course, you're thinking, well, if Sharon has tested the ink and she wanted the airbrush for the Copic, then how came with a matching gun and its own little portable leatherette case? Look at this cute little thing. Look at this. Look at this. I took it apart earlier to clean it up, so that's why I'm testing, see if I put it back together correctly. Oh Oh, it's beautiful. This thing is hard to get off, so I'm not even going to try. Sparmax HB040 airbrush. It works beautifully. You're gonna see that later because of course I filmed the little part I did early. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy, you guys. So we get to see that later. Now I'm going to go work with the other supplies. Let's hope the light will still be good when I'll be back and my makeup is not going to be smeared because of the temperature outside. I'll see you guys later. And we're back. It's 8 o'clock at night. I started working on this video at like 10 in the morning. And honestly, I'm amazed that my eyeshadow lasted this long. That's some pretty good stuff. Then again, I got about 2 inches of primer under there for it to hold. Anyway, this is the finished piece. As you can see, we're going to start the review with the Amsterdam acrylic ink, which is honestly absolutely amazing. I mean, this is all pure acrylic ink right here with the airbrush. Speaking of, as you saw in the video, the airbrush itself worked absolutely beautifully. I'll talk about it a little bit later, right after the ink. There's like amazing coverage going on. There's also great mixability with water. I don't have any like special acrylic medium thing going on. And another detail that's actually interesting, you notice that I literally finger painted straight on the piece. Look at my hands. I missed a spot that I noticed like an hour ago, but look at my hands. I went to wash them right away. The dry part like flaked off super easily, wet part went away. Not only does it hold really well on the paper, it holds really badly on the skin, when you wash it right away. And like, that's how good it is. Look at that. You need soap. You definitely need soap. But I wouldn't really recommend it for body painting, just in case. I don't know how toxic it is. It is so dark. I'm gonna back up a little bit to give the camera a little chance. Also, hey, my shirt is cool. And look, I'm gonna have to get a little closer again because this is going to be a little hard to see. Look how opaque, look how thick it can get. Because I painted those bloody tears on Captain America's face on top of the black. That's how thick and rich the ink is. That is amazing. Honestly, it's the first time I see ink act like this. This is paint, basically. This is very liquid paint. Honestly, this would be my favorite thing out of the box right there. And it's the first thing I'm talking about. I love it. I really love it. Now, for the airbrush itself, basically, I didn't have too much trouble using it. Come on, don't be shy. I didn't have too much trouble using it. Cleaning it is very hard to say. And a little hard to do, like, cleaning this part, that was the easy part. But since this ink is really, even if it's very liquid and it goes on very well, you have to clean it like 0.00001 millisecond after you're done, because once this stuff dries, it stays stuck for a while. Thankfully, I thought ahead and I bought a bottle of cleaner because I'm not completely stupid, only halfway. But, oh, you should see the inside of my garbage can right now. It's a crime scene. And I actually had to take it apart several times and put it back together and take it apart and put it back together until it worked again. I'm not saying it's a bad airbrush. I'm saying it's my very first time in my life I'm using an airbrush. But as you could see, beautiful coverage going on. So yeah, as far as airbrush go, Sparmax brand, pretty good. Especially considering the size of it. I mean, now, where's my menu? Do I still have my menu? There's the menu. Under the Art Snacks box. The Zig Gokoiro. As expected, the ink was normal black. The lines I could get with it, very interesting. As expected, I couldn't get like bold lines like I like, but look how nice and crisp the lines are over here. Like, it's kind of like one of my smallest Copics. Boink. That's a 0.05. I could get lines like this, but with the added bonus of the nib not digging inside the pen and disappearing completely. And surprisingly enough, despite all the abuse, look how crisp the nib still is. And it's a rubbery brush. And it's still nice and crisp. It's not fuzzy, it's not crushed. Well, you all know how I draw. So, nice even coating. Struggled a little bit over the part where I cut the frisket, and a little bit also over the paint. I don't know if you can see. It went a little dry, and if you keep the cap off long enough, it will have a tendency to dry up a little bit. So, as much as possible, keep the cap on, and kind of like a ballpoint pen, you're gonna have to rub it around a little bit to get the ink flowing again. I hate to say it, but I think this is the first Zig Kuritake product I am not a big fan of. I like the nib itself. I got some very interesting results with the nib itself. I don't like the body. I don't like this sticking out, and the ink did have a tendency to dry up a little bit too fast. It's hard to say. Maybe with a different ink, or maybe it's because of the size of the nib that does that. I don't know. This bothers me. It's just me not a big fan. On the other hand, I was pleasantly surprised with the Faber-Castell Eco Pigment. Because, as you saw at the beginning of the video, I have some Copics like that. It actually held up really well. Because my Copics like that, then when I use them, they do tend to, maybe once again, it's because the way the nib is made, the material, I don't know, it tends to dry off during the line. And as you saw, I did some filling in with it. And usually this kind of filling in, I will use some loose ink or my brush pens. And don't bother about the little spots, because I left them there on purpose. But notice there's no dry lines. There's no scratchiness. The ink flow in this one is very even and very generous. So I'm not complaining at all about that. However, since pigmented ink is light, fast, and waterproof, you can lay ink or watercolor on top of your sketch lines carefree. No. 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 Maybe wait till it dries up a little bit before you start doing that, or go easy. Because like I said, when I start putting watercolor, I pour watercolor. Come here, baby. My long round velvet touch. Worked beautifully. I did some dripping over here with it. Basically dip and touch and dip and touch. I did some ink wash with it. I did some watercolor with it. It went beautifully. It's definitely going into my permanent brushes, because I don't have a lot of big ones. Like my longest one would be this Kuretake, but look at the difference in thickness. And at the same time, get back in there, you. At the same time, using this big brush to do all these large lines, I also used it to do these tiny blood streams on his face. That's how versatile this brush is. So yeah, Princeton, good work. Good one. Love it. In the permanent box you go. So I'm also keeping this one for when my Copics are too dry. Still not sure what I'm going to do with this one. This one is a winner. It does so much. It can be opaque, and it can be slightly thinned out, and right away you get a transparent color. I love it. Now, I'm just going to have one because Mom loves them, so I'm going to give her the rest. I don't even know what the texture of them are like. I don't know if it's like an actual wafer or if it's like a giant rocket that looks like it's might be a banana. And it's a tiny Pac-Man. Well, 1, 2, 3. Was banana, I think. Not much going on. It's good. So it's kind of like a really, really thin, sweet, not sour giant rocket. It's very good, very tasty. I'm still gonna give the rest to Mom because I love her. Good crunch to it too. Not much to say about it. It's not a sour one, so you don't get to see me go. But and that's it for the month of August. Coming soon. I'm not sure if I'll get it in time for this month. It might go to the beginning of next month, but I ordered from Jet Pens a 36 square box of watercolors. I'm going to be reviewing those also next month. We are getting, guaranteed, we're getting 2 videos because Art Snacks is going to send me the September box, and they're going to send me as a bonus, well, not just me, everybody subscribe to Art Snacks, as a bonus, a liquid text box. So I'm going to separate that in 2 videos. You get 2 videos again because I love you guys and I spoil you rotten. And I'll see you guys next time. And considering the time it is, I'm going to wish you all good night. Comment, like, subscribe. Love you.